I've never really been a very good actor at all, and so it was, I don't think I would have ever been very good at hiding it. And it's people. If anybody, a total stranger, asked me, oh, I heard you had twins. Does it run in your family? No. We tried to have kids for 4 or 5 years, and we had to go through IVF, and and people will look, kind of jump back and be like, wow, that's a lot of information for somebody that doesn't really know you that well. But I told myself earlier in the shower this morning I wasn't going to bring this up, but my sister adopted a girl from China, and I had a guy that worked for me one time that had a baby, and he used to always say, man, let me tell you, it ain't hard to have a baby. And he'd go through his little list. And this is long before we ever kind of embarked on this journey. And he used to just chat my ass. So I was like, you don't know nothing about like what my sister's been through. I've got friends that have adopted 3, 4, 5 kids because they've been trying for 15, 20 years. And I never said anything, and it just used to boil my blood. And then to then kind of know firsthand that it ain't easy. And even when it appears easy, it ain't easy. And it's not going to do anybody good to keep it inside these walls. And if, it's the whole cliche, if one person's out there or that hears a story, then, it was worth it. And, I think when you're in the thick of it, it's really hard, especially when you're going through it and you get setback after setback after setback. It's really hard to find any positive. But looking back, it was positive all over the place. And we had every reason to believe that the good Lord, He just had a plan, And I used to always tell her, and half the time I was full of it. I was just trying to console her. But I would always say, the good Lord will bless us to be parents when we're ready to be parents. And there was a good chunk of that time where I wasn't in no place to be no parent. So I definitely believe that He wanted to make sure that we had kind of got on top of that. And
can I say something really cool right here that happened to us? He talks about if you read the album credits, he talks about his grandmother, who he was super close with. And she was the epitome of a fighter. Just never complained. She had bone cancer, which is, from what I understand, one of the most painful types of cancers. The last time that we went to visit her in the nursing room, just, I would say a week or so before she passed, she had a little bout of dementia, so she didn't, for the most part, remember who we were. But she had a moment with David where she knew exactly who he was, and she looked at him and she said, God has babies for you. And it wasn't a baby. She knew. It was, He is going to give you babies. And you talk about the best kind of closure and the best message of hope.
I never had that conversation with her ever.
Nope.
At any moment in time.
She
as far as I knew, she had no clue what we were going through. But at that point in time, it was just, that was a pretty powerful moment. It was pretty hard to keep it together.
Yep.
With everything she obviously had on her plate.